Alright, here is a full walkthrough of the Scepter of God quest in Path of Exile. If this helps you out, leave a like and comment for the algorithm, but please do not subscribe to me. So we're going to start off in the starting encampment, and then we are going to head to the Ebony Barracks to give you guys an idea where to go. The Ebony Barracks waypoint will be close to the Imperial Gardens. What we're going to want to do is look for this foliage and just follow it around into the northeast. And then we are going to be able to get to the Imperial Gardens just like that. From the Imperial Gardens, we're going to want to head north and east, but not too far east. The Chidus' Plum is on the east side of the map, but we are going to head north and then kind of just straight after a while. And you may run into Cassia for the first time in this area, but we're just going to ignore her for now, as I don't feel like doing her mechanic. But we are going to take the strong box, as it's a good way to get XP. Try not to take out too many of the mobs while doing this, just because it takes time. And, okay, some decent loot. Okay, now we're just going to keep on heading north. And we found a waypoint, which means that we're going the right way. But just a heads up, there's also going to be a Trial of Ascendancy in this area, which you'll want to do. You should not skip over that. And I believe that's to the west. But I have traveled the wrong way, as this is the library. I don't want to go to the library. We just want to keep heading north. Kind of through this maze area. Try not to get lost in there. Let's see if up these stairs is the right way to go. It should be. As long as we're heading up, that should be the right area, as we're going to the top of a big tower. But here we found a Trial of Ascendancy. This might be one of the easiest Trials of Ascendancies in the game. I don't even know how it's difficult at all. You can kind of just run through it. And there we go. But we still have not found the tower that we're looking for. So we're going to head down this way and then take a right. We can also look at the map, and that will show us where to go. The place we want to go is up top and a little bit east. So we're going to actually want to head eastward, where it looks like we can on the map. So that's back by the waypoint. This way. But it's actually good that we went that way, because we got the trial over there, which is, again, very mandatory to get if you are new to the game. You'll figure out quickly, once you get your trials done, your character will be much, much stronger. It's a big power spike and allows you to specialize your character. And now we're just going to run up, and we find the locked door, and we have arrived at the Scepter of God. So, once we have arrived at the Scepter of God, we just need to ascend this area. And we can just run around, find these winding staircases, and that will show us that we're going in the right way. I think on this one we head west on the second floor. Yep. And then here's a staircase. And here is another strongbox, which I'm going to open. At the end of this, there's going to be a big boss fight that's actually pretty difficult if you're not geared for it. And I have a feeling that I may die during it. So I'm going to want to get as much XP as I can before we actually get there. But I don't think I'll actually be ready for it in time, to be honest. Alright, that was a dead end, so we're actually going to head west. We see that the waypoint is up there, so we see which way we actually want to go. And now we've got that done. And I think we just had to go up 1 or 2 more floors. This 3rd floor is a little bit like a maze. But we found the area that we needed to go to. Cool. Now we're in the upper Scepter of God. And I believe here we take a southern route first. And just keep heading down. Yep, here is the door. And this should be the way to the actual boss fight. Or I guess there's one more level we gotta get through. Maybe one more after this. It's quite the journey. And we're just gonna head northeast here. And once we find this thing, with these poor souls getting carted away on whatever device that is, we know we're going the right way. And here we go. The tower rooftop is where we're going to run into the bosses, so apply your skill points if you can. And here we go. This is going to be a pretty long boss fight, and it's the end to Act 3. So, let's see how this goes.
That called you here?
You may think these guys are easy, which actually aren't for most builds. This is the tankiest and kind of strongest I've been at a league start in a long time, at least. I'm playing a Necromancer. And yeah, as you can see, the moment he got near me, he just did a ton of damage. So, gonna want to get back out my Raging Spirits and keep my distance. Because he almost took me out there. This guy who's whirlwinding. Alright, my recording cut out, but we're still just gonna be fighting these bosses. And yeah, after taking out those guys, we fought Dominus High Templar, and then we are going to fight the final boss for Act 3. Which is right here. I think this is one of the first bosses you actually need chaos resistance for. I don't have a lot, but the mechanics for this boss are relatively simple. First of all, we're going to want to stay away from her because she does a ton of damage. Just be mindful of which attacks she's doing. And if you're like me and have minions, just let your minions do the tanking. When she summons this yellow thing, we just want to stand under it, as if we stand outside of it and are in that blood rain, it does a ton of chaos damage. But yeah, my summon Raging Spirits are actually taking her out pretty well. Usually I struggle a lot against this boss, but this build seems to be holding up. And we've taken her out. Cool. And now we just talk to Lady Diala. And we find the exit to Act 4, which should appear around here somewhere. Where is it?
When I'm ready and not before.
Yes, it's right here, the aqueduct, and then we just click on that. So yeah, there is a full walkthrough of the Scepter of God quest and Path of Exile. I hope that helped out, and have a good day.